Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 2. This is going to be episode number 15 of this series. Here we have the choice between Floating Island and Splash Island. I'm going to go to Splash Island first, which I honestly think is a mistake because we are missing some requirements here. You will see pretty quickly. But, yeah, this episode is, honestly, in my opinion, it's kind of a throwaway episode, if I'm going to be brutally honest. Yeah, it's not so great. First of all, we start off with the gummy missions, which, if you know me, are not my favorite. But as a fun little tidbit for you here, we will, in fact, be without a gummy mission next episode, because, I went through and did one out of the way, so that way we didn't have to include it in the next Let's Play, which is going to be really nice. We're just going to be able to stick to, like, story stuff in the intro of worlds and whatnot, so that's always fun. At least to the best of my knowledge, that's what I did. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes we have some pretty long nights over here on the Average Joe channel, especially as I'm prepping for vacation. And with that being said, I know I touched upon it in my Thursday episode of Pokemon, so I'm going to touch upon it on the Friday episode here for Kingdom Hearts. I have no idea if we're going to stick to schedule next week. I highly doubt it. What I am promising is we'll likely have 2 episodes of each series coming out next week. So that's not a big hard hitter for Pokemon, but that is a little bit of a hard hitter here. Maybe we'll do like something along the lines of like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, with Thursday and Friday being Pokemon and Tuesday and Friday, or yeah, Wednesday and Friday being on this series. I have no idea. Or maybe we'll do Monday and Friday on this series. Something like that. Something to split it up for you guys. I am really struggling to get those videos prepared and pre-posted. There may even be less videos than that. Maybe there's just going to be 3 videos in totals for the week. But the good news is next month we'll be starting a whole new Let's Play series, and the Let's Plays for that month are going to be Super Mario 2 and a Nuzlocke of Pokemon Pearl, both of which I don't think are going to require as much time as Pokemon Soul Silver and Kingdom Hearts 2. These are 2 big, pretty massive games that I'm doing at the same time and require a lot of input on the channel, and I wasn't expecting to go on a massive vacation, so that's sort of why that has unfolded that way. And yeah, it's just, if we need to bleed into next month, like a week or 2, I think we'll be fine to do that. Kingdom Hearts may be bleeding a little bit deeper, but like I said in the Pokemon series, if we need to, episodes for these Let's Plays will likely be coming out Saturday and Sunday. If I feel like it's just going to be 1 or 2 episodes to finish it up. If I think it's going to take 1 or 2 weeks, we'll bleed into the next Let's Play cycle. No big deal, because I think we have, what, July and August, and then September is all on its lonesome, so that's because we want to do some special Let's Plays in October. So even if we fall behind a little bit, there is always a little bit of wiggle room that we can sort of adjust for and get out into the videos. So if we need to do that, I still don't think we're going to be in really bad shape overall as a whole for the series, is the bottom line what I'm trying to get across here. There we go. We have beat that gummy ship mission. We have opened the route. And if you are unlike me and really love these little sections, you can see there is level 2 and 3 available of these little sections. Why anybody would want to do that, I don't know. Maybe they really love the gummy ship stuff, but to me it's just a button masher, so. For me, it's not all there. For you, if you really like it, hey, it's there. The opportunity is there to go back and do it, so feel free to do it. And now we pretty much just have the same exact story from The Little Mermaid as we had in the original Kingdom Hearts 1, with just a little bit more story relevance to the actual story that Disney tried to portray. And if you thought the gameplay for Atlantis was bad in the first Let's Play, wait till you see it here. It is not good. Like, it is just overall. Yeah. Yeah. This one is not gonna be impressive. And you'll see why in a minute or two. And I will say, this world and one other world in Kingdom Hearts 2 really get a bad rap, because this world and the other world, you legitimately don't even have to complete these to complete the story. If you want to get all the Keyblades and get all the collectibles, yeah, you have to come to them. I like to include them just so I could show everything that's included in a Let's Play, and they're not that hard. This one isn't. The other optional world is a bit more challenging, but honestly, the other world that gets crapped on, and I'll touch upon it when we get there, I think is actually a really cool addition. Even though it's not necessary, I think what it adds to the story and what it adds to the plot and things like that is pretty unique and different. And it also changes the form, like we change here in Atlantica. I think I said Atlantis previously, but it's Atlantica. Yeah, I think this one sticks out as a sore thumb. I think they just really wanted to bring this world back and weren't really sure on how to do it, which I get. But this world could have had a lot of potential for the remake. I thought this world in Kingdom Hearts 1 was pretty crummy just because they didn't have the directional stuff laid out well. But I think in Kingdom Hearts 2 here, it's actually pretty shaky. Which really stinks, if I'm going to be honest, because out of all the Disney princesses that I like the most, I think Ariel's like up there. I think Ariel and Jasmine are probably like my top two. If I had to pick like favorite Disney princesses of all time, I think Ariel and Jasmine are up there. They're just so unique and cool. I don't know. I like them the most out of the rest of them. Here I'm trying to learn how to swim, but I'm doing a piss poor job at it. But a good trick for this one is if you do the lock on, you'll go in the correct direction. So it's not that bad. But like I said, there's really no need to even learn it. Like, there's a few collectible items you'll want to get, but there's nothing all that serious in this world that really makes it worthwhile to, like, go out of your way and pick up those items. Because there's no benefit to doing so. Like, the world itself is really uninspired and not all that fun to work through. Hello. I got a dog visit. Hello. What are you doing? Are you playing through Kingdom Hearts 2? Okay. But yeah, there you can see, yeah. But you gotta feel the rhythm. You have to press A at the appropriate moments. That's all this world amounts to. That's it. This is the entirety of it. It's gonna go over the story of the Little Mermaid with us dancing to it. It is really a bummer. Because with how unique all of this could have been, it's so disappointing and underwhelming. Like I said, I hate to come down on this game because this game is one of my favorite games. But of course, even your favorite games have to have some pretty crummy moments. And this is one of the big ones. I think I've touched upon it before. It lightly breaks the lore in this game. That always disappoints me. But on top of lightly breaking the lore, the part that upsets me even more in this game is just the inclusion of this world as a dumb mini game. Because this world, by rights, could have been one of the most interesting parts of this game. Because it completely switches up the dynamic that your player plays through. Like, it makes it so much fun to traverse underwater again. And it could have done it with upgraded graphics with a bunch of Heartless running around. But for whatever reason, Heartless never return here. And so you never get to see them. They're just non-existent in this world. And it just, in general, it's not fun to play through. Was that the only collectible here? If that was, and there's not even a chest, I'm gonna be really disappointed. Because that truly means there was no reason to come here in the original game, because those were just added in with the remastered version. I'm hoping that... How about we try the musical first? Are you kidding? So there's nothing worth of value here then. Like, not at all. And it defaults to I'm not good enough. That's great. You're not good enough. I can't hit A in a slightly designated time zone repeatedly. And you do get a couple attempts to do it, because you'll see here once or twice I miss. I don't quite hit the nail on the head. And it leads me to question, well then what the hell is the point of it? Is it solely to include these games? Honestly, I think it would be really fun if I end up getting like some sort of copyright claim because of this. I could honestly see that happening. And honestly, I'm gonna let it happen on this video specifically if it happens. Because on all of them, this is just like, it's the least inspired world. It would be so funny if this is the one where they were like, absolutely not, you cannot use this garbage song that we created just for this game. That's not going to be allowed. I would find that hysterical. The only reason why you could even presumably miss A like I do a couple times here is because there's so much going on with the context. Like, you're trying to watch it and actually enjoy the world, but you can't because you have to press A at specific points in time. Which I get, oh, it makes it filled with tension. But it really doesn't, it just makes it, like, really annoying. It makes what is already a pretty blown up, beat to death plotline even worse than it was in the original. And it really takes us out of, like, look at how much fun Ariel is having. And she's like, you know, like, everything's going great, and then, like, in, like, the span of 2 minutes, you're gonna see her world completely fall apart. It's like, it just makes no sense, because you would expect with her having this much fun, in comparison, I get it, she's obsessed with the land and meeting that guy out there that she saved, but you think the return of Sora would be like, oh, well, if Sora just hangs out with me, that'll be good, too. I just kind of want a guy friend, I guess is her thing here. But to me, it's just not, it's not really well done. Yeah, it is what it is. But we have to do a couple of these songs along to the progression of the story. But you'll see here, we actually need some more abilities to progress through this world. But yeah, she immediately goes to, like, being upset and spacing out. It's so stupid. There's King Trident. Yeah, he could see that. And we're like, hey, King Trident. And you know what? King Trident doesn't break the lore here. I'll give it to him. Because if you recall in Kingdom Hearts 1, King Trident is one of the few people outside of, like, our key cast that understands what the Keyblade is. And even tells Sora, like, hey, with the responsibility of the Keyblade, you're not supposed to be letting people know that you came from another world, so hush hush, shut up, you dumb kid. Like, for him to, like, point it out and just be like, okay, yeah, I'm already aware of this, actually doesn't break any lore. If anything, it builds upon it, which I really like. But then Ariel goes up here for her man friend and decides to sing him a little bit of our song. And he's just like, that's the voice I heard, I'm sure of it. He's like, where are you? Where are you, woman? I know you saved my life. Come out here, please. And he's just screaming into the ocean. It's comedical how stupid that is. And like I said, once again, it makes no sense for Ariel to be this way. We just had a really fun musical in her eyes. I know for me, I didn't really enjoy it, but in her eyes, that should have been a really fun time. And if anything, it's like Sora's here, Donald's here, Goofy's here.
But I don't feel like it.
Like, I get it. She's like, but I love this guy. But it's like, come on. All your buddies are here. We just showed up. We come from another world. But yeah, you can see we want to, Flounder, I think is his name, if I recall correctly, finds this male, like, statue hidden under a rock, and he's like, oh, if we, give this to Ariel, maybe she'll feel a little bit better about being stuck underwater. We're like, okay, we'll try and move it, but I think we need to move. It's like magnet or reflect, one of the two, to move it. And because we didn't get that move yet, we can't actually move this. This is the first time the game's actually... Yeah, you need magnet magic to move the statue. The first time the game has actually, like, stood up to me and been like, no progression. But with that being said, I didn't want to stop the episode at 15 minutes long, so let's go visit Pooh. We found some Pooh letters in one of the previous episodes, so let's go put those to use. Let's see what Winnie the Pooh's up to. Let's see if we can save Pooh from his concussion that he was suffering in the last episode, you know? Let's see what we can do there. I'm sure we could put our noodles together, come up with some good fun stuff.
I was just thinking and wondering.
You should be skedaddling out of here. Why? Because it's Wednesday, of course.
But it's Wednesday. Ooh, Wednesday. So that means the wind is going to be strong. Yeah, this part of the episode is really just going to be button mashing once again. It's almost like a gummy ship mission, but at least we get some context as to what is going on in Pooh's life. That's how a lot of Pooh's minigames are. You know, just some stupid in-between stuff to do, but like I said, in this case, it worked really well because we needed some filler for this episode because Atlantica didn't pan out the way that I wanted it to. But I think the next episode, if you saw what that world was, we'll be going there. And I think that's a really fun and exciting world to dig into. There's so much opportunity in that world. And I've had so much fun playing through it in the past. I think it's a pretty big world. It might actually be like a 3-parter for the series here, which might actually be good if we do like 3 20-minute segments on it, because I might be able to actually squeeze those out a little bit easier for next week's episode while I'm on vacation. But we'll see. We'll see where we get. I typically like to do like 30-minute episodes, but like I said, I think that one is a little bit longer. I think it might take us a full hour to get through that world, so 20-minute segments might be pretty good. I say that like if it's like groundbreaking, even though all of these videos are typically 30 minutes per half world, and it turns out to be an hour, so me saying, oh, 20 minutes for 3 episodes, yeah, it'll be a full hour, it's a little bit longer. It's like, no, that's the same thing, Average Joe. Same exact time frame, just split up a little bit differently. But that's a thought. Maybe I'll do some shorter episodes next week, and maybe that'll help with getting 3 videos posted. Maybe that's a little bit more consumable on your end, too. I don't know. Maybe we'll use next week as a trial run to see where we can really take things. But like I said, all that's up in the air. I don't have really much planned. I'm trying not to plan things, just because I'm really worried about getting stuff out there on time, and I feel like if I put myself on a schedule and I overwork myself, it's just going to be a shit show, because that's how I am as a person. Like, once I start to lose the objective, it's just like, try to piece everything to get the objective together, and even though it doesn't get together, I just fall apart on all accords, and I'm like, well, I failed on Monday, why not fail on Tuesday and Wednesday? So I'm just trying to stay open-minded and not even give myself a deadline at this point in time as to what's coming out next week. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we do have like this little bit of a mission, and then that is going to be it for this episode. If you like this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, we'll be playing this typically Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but next week, who knows? And we'll be playing Pokemon Soul Silver on Tuesday and Thursday as well. So if you say, Average Joe, hey, I love your content, but I want to see something a little bit different, Pokemon Soul Silver will be out there, and you can go ahead and take a look at that. Typically coming out on Tuesday and Thursday. Next week it might be a little bit shaken up, but I'm sure we'll get at least 1 or 2 episodes out there for next week as well. Yeah, and then next month we'll be moving on over to, we'll be playing Super Mario 2, which is always exciting, and we'll be doing a Nuzlocke of Pokemon Pearl, which will be my first time working through Pokemon Pearl. I only played Diamond as a kid, which I know is the equivalent, but when you put anything in a Nuzlocke form, it gets a little bit more challenging, and for those familiar with the Pokemon world, I'm going to be starting out with Turtwig to make things a lot more challenging for myself. So if you have any interest in seeing that, please stay tuned. And I shared it on one of my Pokemon videos, but if you're interested in naming the Turtwig, because I don't have a set nickname in charge for him yet, drop that down in the comments below. Just put Turtwig and then like a dash or something and his name, and whoever replies first or whose comment I think is the best will win. If there's only one comment, it'll be whoever replies first, clearly, but if there's a whole slew of comments, I would say like above 5 or 6, maybe we'll go with the one that I favor the most. So until then, everybody take it easy, and we'll see y'all here on the next one. I don't have a random noise with to leave you today like I typically do at the end of a Average Joe episode, so I'll just leave you with a good old solid peace out, Girl Scout. Pooh is about to regain some of his memories here, and he'll remember Piglet, but he won't remember us. Enjoy the next 2 minutes of this Let's Play uninterrupted by my beautiful voice. Till next time, everybody, take it easy. And I hope you all had a snazzy week. Whoppa!
Oh, that was rather frightening. I do hope you're all right, Piglet.
Oh, Boo, you remembered my name? You really, truly remembered?
Of course, Piglet. But today, I think I shall call you my friend Piglet, who is very brave.
Me? Very brave? No, but it's easy to be brave when I have a wonderful friend like you, Pooh Bear.
I'm happy for you guys.
Oh, and thank you for rescuing my friend Piglet, somebody I don't know.
Oh, sure. Don't mention it.